so many times the correlation between their mind of understanding what you're trying to ask, you can sometimes bridge the gap through something that they already know that they've learned for years. And I think that's the fun part. So I always love other coaches in other sports who like those dialogues because they're just entertaining and they're different. So anyways, I know I'm going on a tangent show.
No, I appreciate it. I love that Mike gives us really thoughtful. He always makes me think, and that's not all coaches do that. So I appreciate it from you guys.
Yeah, it's like my brothers are my whole family's in all different fields. So like my sister's the head of Title IX at UVA, and I hear her perspective on stuff, and she's dealing with people all the time. My brother's a radiologist in Charlotte, and I got to hear his perspective. My dad in his field. It's always where you just, the minute you stop learning, growing, you accept that your knowledge is concrete, and that's the finality. That's when you're really missing out, because I just found every year I get older, the more I'm willing to learn or make yourself vulnerable to learn of something new, or like, hey, why'd you do that? And then, because like I always think you learn from the great players because they innately do things, and then you want to learn that and create a progression to it to teach other guys, or at least hopefully be able to impart some kind of knowledge through it. So that's the in the essence, we're all teachers, and we're trying to teach a subject matter of football. And how can you make it, how can you make calculus seem like addition? Sometimes it's just through a context of something they already know, and then they can make the parallel, and then they got it. So that's the cool part of the other sports.
Frank, I just want to ask you one question. Obviously, this run game is going to be a big part of this offense. Gotten off to a little bit of a slow start in the preseason, and obviously you're not showing everything that's going to be part of this run game. Mm-hmm. Just general idea, obviously I don't want you to reveal too much, but how much different would you say regular season, this run game scheme would look than what has been shown so far?
Well, this time of year, you're trying to establish fundamentals that last you all the way into February, and so you're not trying to, I would say the goal of every day is to win your practice, win your rep, not, you're shooting for winning a game. And in the preseason, we take some of the stuff where we can make sure that we can execute and also grow in those capacities. So as far as us really spending a lot of time trying to maximize all the talent at that point, as far as it comes to game planning everything, I think that really right now we're trying to spend our time making sure that we can put guys in position to execute what we want them to do, so they can learn as things maybe occur that we didn't anticipate, how to problem solve, also handle things when they don't go right. Like those things that this time of year presents I think are more important as you learn and you grow. And then when in season comes, they'll have had those situations where they're ready to handle the game plan complexity of what we're trying to do to attack specific looks. So this year, like right now in the last couple of weeks, we're trying to execute core basic concepts, and then we've had some, and then yesterday we had some variables, that we had to adjust to, which were great, because then that's the problem solving mechanism that sometimes you don't get in practice, because you kind of know what's coming for the most part. So I would think that what's going to come in the future from the in-season will be more detailed towards our opponents, where right now we're trying to execute the core concepts that we've been running in training camp. So there will be, I think, differences for each opponent that we need to face.
Frank, were you upstairs game one, downstairs game two? I just saw you on the sideline on CBS game two.
Yes.
That was so you're trying to get a perspective from both
Oh,
times?
no, I was on the field both times.
Okay.
I just kind of like Batman. I lurk in the shadows.
So you like it down there?
I'm good either way. I've done both in my career. So I've been up, down, fortunately, both active in the game. So I don't mind. It's just whatever Mike feels is best for us to get the information we need, I'll do. So right now on the field is where I've been the last two games, just talking to him through the drives and after the drives.